Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am getting my house reset. We had worked on the bathroom this past week, and anytime I have a project like that going on, the rest of my house suffers. So I've got some catch up cleaning to do today. I've got laundry to get caught up on. I think I've got about 4 loads right now that need to be folded. But this Sunday reset is going to be a little bit different. Normally when I reset my house, I like to take one dedicated day to power through and get all of the cleaning done. But on this week, I just had to clean in the windows of time that I had available on different days. So I started on a Friday and it took me until Monday to get it done. So Friday, Saturday, and Monday. I took a break on Sunday. I didn't do any cleaning on Sunday, so I just worked on Friday, Saturday, and Monday. And I had about 2 to 3 hour windows each day that I was able to get things done. Dogs, I had just dropped them off at the groomer, and it takes them a few hours to get their hair cut and everything. So I was just powering through and getting as much done as I could before it was time to go pick them up. But then later this afternoon, both of my boys have haircut appointments as well. So yeah, I had a lot of going that I had to do on this day. And when you have to leave the house multiple times a day, it really breaks up your day, it feels like. So it is nice to get all of the cleaning done in one day, but sometimes you just have to do what you got to do and get it done when you can get it done. As long as it gets done, that's all that matters. So I was getting started with my dishwasher. I had quite a few dishes in my sink, so I was going to go ahead and start that. But I had also got the kids some new plates from Target recently, and I wanted to run those through the dishwasher before I put them away in the cabinet. So I went ahead and got my dishwasher started for the day. I normally don't run it until the evening times, but it needed to go ahead and be ran. So I got that going. I'm just changing out my brushes here. I got some new replacement brushes from Target. Y'all are always asking me about these brushes. They are, I can't remember the name of the brand now, but I will link them down below. I like the little palm brush. It's good for cleaning out my sink. And then I also have the handle brush that I use sometimes when I'm doing the dishes. And y'all, this I thought was dish soap. Yeah, it's not. It's multi-surface cleaner. I realized when I was pouring it, it seemed like it was a little extra liquidy, and I'm like, wait a minute, let me read this bottle again. And yeah, it's multi-surface concentrate. I had picked up that and a cute little pump bottle from, I think I got it from the Target dollar supply. It was like $3. I was going to take the Mrs. Meyer's dish soap and put it into the cute little pump bottle. But unfortunately it was not dish detergent. So I'm just using the rest of this Gain. I was completely out of dish detergent altogether, and I had picked that up the other day at the Dollar General. So I'm just going to pour that into the pump bottle and we're going to move on. So a lot of y'all suggested the other day when I was rearranging my kitchen to put the mixer on my kitchen island. I do like my mixer being out because to me it's kind of part of my kitchen decor, but it also just takes up extra counter space. So I did go ahead and put that onto the kitchen island, and I like that so much better. You can still see the mixer, so it's still like part of my kitchen decor because my island is like open concept shelving. And that way my kitchen counter is a little bit more decluttered now. It just looks a lot cleaner. Wanted to take a quick second to thank Laifen for sponsoring today's video. I've been using the Laifen Wave toothbrush for a few weeks now, and my teeth have Never felt so clean. And oral health is so important, and I did not realize how much I was missing with my regular toothbrush until I started using the Laifen Wave, because I can truly tell a difference in how my teeth feel. They feel so much cleaner. So the Laifen Wave uses the base brushing technique recommended by dentists, so it vibrates and it moves back and forth at the same time, brushing a wider area, giving you 3 times higher cleaning efficiency. But it also gives consistent brushing power, even when it's encountering resistance. So it's a very powerful toothbrush. It does come with 3 heads, so I love that you can decide which one works best for you, which are also affordable to replace as needed. White is for gum care, blue is for super clean, and purple is for ultra whitening. If you're like me and you have sensitive gums, I love the gum care brush because it's softer and so it's gentle on the gums while also simultaneously cleaning my teeth. And I love the cleanliness of this toothbrush. So in the past with other similar toothbrushes, I've always had an issue with mold and buildup, but with the design of the Laifen, it stays clean. And I love that there aren't any gaps on the handle, so there's nowhere for dirt or debris to accumulate. Even in the power button, it's pressure sensitive with no gaps, so it's a completely seamless design. Powers on with a single tap, a double tap to change modes, and a long press for airplane mode, with indicating lights on the handle to tell you what mode you are in. And within the Laifen app, there are 10 different levels for each mode, so it's completely customizable to your need. You can control the vibration strength and the oscillation range. So I love that you have that option to really make it a toothbrush that fits your specific needs. And you can do all of this while brushing, so you get instant feedback. And I love that because it makes it much easier to customize, and you can really get the right feel in the moment. You can completely control your toothbrush from the app. You can power on and off, switch between modes. The app is a very simple interface. It was really easy to learn. It's very easy to use on a daily basis, and I love that I can physically see the battery level on the handle, so I know when I need to charge it. The charger for the Laifen Wave is magnetic. It's a simple snap-on with fast charging, and it's IPX7 waterproof, so it's super easy to clean and it's not going to get damaged by water. Price point for this toothbrush I think is unbeatable. Other comparable toothbrushes out there cost a fortune, and by the time I buy one of those, I could have bought 3 of the Laifen Wave brushes. So I love the price point. If you guys want to get your hands on the Laifen Wave toothbrush, I'll have it linked below in the description box. Thanks again to Laifen for sponsoring today's video. So Ray has been eating oatmeal lately, and when oatmeal dries to your counters, it really sticks on. So she had some on the counter and also some stuck to the counter side, the wall part. So I was having to really scrub, and I ended up having to just spray and let it soak for a bit. By the way, y'all are probably going to see some flies in my house. They have been so bad lately. It's that time of year where they start to really get bad, and they're usually like that through the summer, and it's because we live down the road from a chicken house, and that's the culprit for all of the flies in our area. So this time of year it gets really bad, so I've got to get some kind of traps or something to go in my house to keep them under control. But the other day when I was doing my little coffee station here, one of y'all suggested to rearrange my shelves to put all of my glass, I've got some glass casserole dishes that were on the bottom shelf. Y'all suggested to move those up, and that way I have all of my coffee stuff on the bottom shelf. Everything's on one shelf together, which makes so much more sense. So thank you for that suggestion. I'm going to go ahead and also just wipe down my Keurig, all the coffee splatters off, clean the little tray. And I found this little sign the other day at Big Lots. It says, "Coffee is my true love." And for me, that is so true. So this is what my counter looked like after I had put the mixer on the kitchen island. It looks so much better, decluttered. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to these boxes. These are all boxes from stuff that I had ordered for my bathroom. And so they have all been sitting here in the corner, but I want to go ahead and get those broken down. And then I just want to get the kitchen table wiped down. I also am going to switch out the vase that's on my table. So right now I have a white pitcher in the center with some greenery in it. And at the time of using that, that's what I had on hand to use. But I did recently pick up a vase that I think goes much, much better for my table. I may end up painting this vase because it's white, and I'm trying to add some more color into my dining room, which will be the long-term goal. I'm planning to bring in lots of darker colors into this room. I'm thinking I'm probably going to switch out my kitchen chairs for some black ones, and I may paint this table as well. I haven't completely decided on that yet, but I know I want to bring in some warmer, darker tones into this room because it is so white and bright. When I painted my house white, I painted every single room in my house white. And I did that because to me, it's creating a blank canvas for all of my decor and anything else that I want to do in the house. I was just making my house into one big blank canvas. So that was the reason behind the white. But in the long term, my house will have more color. I have some good news to share with y'all. So y'all know I've been wanting to replace the roof on my house. It's really in desperate need of a new roof, and I knew it was going to be happening in the next few months. But it actually turns out that it's happening now, like in the next couple of weeks. The people that did my floors are also going to be doing my roof, and they came back out the other day. They measured my roof because I wanted some fresh numbers. It has been a little bit since they quoted me, so I had them come back out and give me some fresh numbers. And so they measured the roof, and they got a quote on metal and everything, and the metal is a couple $1,000s cheaper right now. So we are going to go ahead and pull the trigger and get that done while the metal is cheaper, so I can save a couple $1,000s on that, and that will be something huge that's out of the way. So I'm excited to say that that is going to be happening in the next couple of weeks. I actually called this morning and got my metal ordered, so they'll be delivering that in a few days. All of this laundry I had sitting on my bed, but I had also washed my bed sheets this morning, so I was just taking all that laundry and setting it on the couch, and I'll get that folded tomorrow. That way I can get my sheets on my bed. And I had also washed the duvet comforter. I didn't get the duvet put back together today. I had actually just slept with the comforter by like the cover insert, so tomorrow I will get that put back together as well, but for now I'm just getting the sheets back on my bed. And that's actually all I had time for today. So here in a second it's gonna flip to Saturday morning. We're gonna make some really easy 3-ingredient banana bread because I had bananas that were on their way out, so I needed to do something with those, and we're gonna get all of that laundry folded. Moving on to Saturday morning, we are going to do some banana bread for breakfast. I'm just doing a really easy 3-ingredient banana bread recipe. I just found one on Pinterest to use, and I've made one before that's a 3-ingredient, but that one calls for sweetened condensed milk, and I didn't have any of that. But I did have all of the ingredients for this one. So you just need, I think the recipe calls for 2 to 3 bananas. I had 3. You're going to mash those up, and then you're going to throw in 1 box of yellow cake mix and then 2 eggs. mix it together really well, and it's gonna go in the oven on 350 for I think 45 minutes. So I'm gonna get that in the oven. I'm gonna make myself some coffee because I have not had coffee yet this morning, and we're gonna get all of that laundry folded that I showed you guys yesterday. I've got about 4 loads that really need my attention, so we're gonna use the banana bread as my timer to get all of that done. We are moving into my bedroom, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the cover put back on my duvet. So the way that I do this is I lay my duvet insert out across my bed, and then I take the cover and flip it inside out to where the strings are visible. I lay that on top of the insert. I go ahead and tie up the corners, and then you can start rolling from the foot of your bed to the top. Roll towards the zipper part, because when you get to the zipper, you're gonna flip it and your duvet insert is magically gonna be inside of the cover. I'm not sure how this works, but it works, and it has worked for me every single time. So this is my go-to hack. I found it on YouTube about a year or so ago. I was trying to figure out an easier way to get my duvet cover on the insert, and I came across a video by, I think it was Rachel Ray, and somebody else was in the video, but they were basically showing a tutorial on how to do it. So if I can remember, I'll leave that video link down below for y'all, because they explain it so much better than I do. But that's how I get my cover on my insert. So I'm just gonna finish up making up my bed here, and then I'm gonna go cut the banana bread. It was out of the oven, so I was just letting that cool. But I ended up having some with some Nutella, and it was so delicious. So I'll put that recipe down below. Like I said, it's 3 ingredients, super easy: cake mix, eggs, and bananas. That's all you need. into my shower now. So my shower bottles drive me insane because the shelves that are in my shower are so slim. They're constantly falling. I can't tell you guys how many times I've been in the shower and I've had a bottle land on my toes. It's extremely painful. So I got some little caddies off Amazon. They are adhesive. So it came in a pack of 2. So I'm going to put one in my shower and then I'm going to put one in the kids' shower a little bit later because their shelves in their shower is a lot like mine. They're very slim and the bottles are just constantly falling. So I got some little caddies for us. This cute little brown basket I've had, and I decided to use it here for my wash rags instead of just having the wash rags sitting on top of the shelf. So that way they're in a cute little basket. Plus, I think the color of the basket really ties in well with the picture that I have hanging above my black cabinet there. But if y'all missed the bathroom video, I will link it down below. We replaced the faucets, the light fixtures, we painted the bathtub, and I just, added some decor in here and filled the space in. And finally, my bathroom feels finished. Other than baseboards, that will be my next major thing after the roof, is to get the baseboards done. But I've really been enjoying my bubble baths at night. I added some lower lighting in here, so I got the lamp there on my little centerpiece, and then I also added some battery operated LED candles in the corner of my bathtub. And y'all, it is such a vibe at night. Even when I take my showers, I turn off all the lights and I just turn on my little lamp. I pop in one of my shower steamers and it's so relaxing. Anyways, it is Saturday and all I had time to do today was to get my bed put back together and get both of our bathrooms clean. So I'm just going to play some music over getting the bathrooms clean, and then we will flip to Monday, and I'm going to be using my clothesline for the first time. I was so excited, y'all, to use my clothesline. I was going to wait until the pollen season was over, but I looked it up the other day and pollen season will go until the fall. So I decided just to go ahead and start using it. My clothes dry really fast and they really don't have time to get pollen on them. So here in a second, we're going to flip to Monday and we'll be using that for the very first time. Put all your stuff away and check out for the day. There's no time to waste when it's 100 degrees. Burns under my feet. Won't you have a drink with me? We head into town, see what it's about. Barely need a shirt, though the sun has almost set. Make the most of it. I know we will dance and sing. There's a heat wave. There's a heat wave rolling in. There's a heat wave, yeah. There's a party in the streets and the city's on fire. Heat wave. on to Monday. I've got Nerf guns all over my porch right now. The boys had a little Nerf gun war over the weekend. They've got to get those put back in the shed, but we are going to get some laundry hung that I washed this morning. Y'all, I love my little clothesline. I enjoyed this so much more than throwing them in the dryer, and I know it takes a little bit longer to get them on the line, but I don't know, there was just something about it that was so peaceful and serene. I did have to tighten my rope because when I initially made the clothesline, I didn't make the rope quite tight enough. So I had actually tried to hang my sheets on it a couple days prior, and they just went straight to the ground. So we had to tighten those ropes. So now they seem to be holding up pretty well, but I will from now on use clothespins for these smaller pieces of clothes, the little t-shirts and shorts and stuff, because I noticed the clothes were coming off the line. So every now and then I had to go out there and pick some up off the ground, but they dried super fast. We have had some really hot days already here in Georgia. We're starting to feel that summer heat, and it's not even summer yet. And it's also breezy, so that really helps. So the clothes dried super fast. I'm really, really looking forward to using it, especially in the really hot summer months, because using the dryer in the house in the summer months, it just adds to the heat that we're already experiencing. So I'm really looking forward to using my clothesline in the summer. But if y'all missed the video where I made that clothesline, I will link it down below. It was a few videos back. So I'm headed back inside. I'm going to get some towels folded and put away. I don't know how in the world we go through so many towels. I literally just folded a load of towels on Saturday morning. Here we are Monday, and I've already got this many towels yet again. So I'm going to get those folded. I'm going to get the diffuser going. Today, I'm just going to focus on getting all of the cleaning done that I didn't get done over the weekend. I still needed to get my floors done. I didn't do all of my floors in the house today because that's a lot of mopping, but I did do the main areas like the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen. Those are really the areas that really needed it the most, so I was able to get those done. My stove hood range here was super grungy, I noticed, so I'm just going to wipe that down really quick and also shine my stovetop back up. I like to use the Barkeeper's Friend for that, so I'm just going to scrub that down really good. The cabinets were also looking kind of grungy. I am thinking seriously about repainting these cabinets. Just because they are so stained up and dingy looking. You guys can't really see it on camera because my camera hides a lot of that, but they just look super grungy in person. So I may end up painting those. Remember when I painted those cabinets, they were such a job and I was completely worn out. But I painted nonstop for like 17 hours without stopping. I may have took like small little bathroom breaks and maybe to get a snack, but I kept pushing through and I was so worn out. But I know for sure I want to take the hardware off and either spray paint those with a fresh coat of paint and put some poly on them, or I may just get some new hardware altogether. I spray painted them in the past. I didn't seal them with any poly or anything, so they're chipping really bad. Here in a second, I'm going to make the kids a quick lunch. I should have done my stove after I made their lunch, but it's one of those days I was just doing things as I saw that they needed to be done. But I'm just going to make them a really easy homemade pizza. I've shared this before over on my Kelly's Kitchen cooking channel, but you just need some naan bread, whatever toppings you like on your pizza. My kids like the basic stuff. And I found this ragu sauce at Walmart recently. It's got some extra veggies in it. This is something I could probably just make myself in the future. Kids are super picky. They really don't eat any vegetables unless it's green beans. So I have to be very creative. I do want to make it homemade though. I think that would be more budget friendly. The kids didn't notice a difference at all though with this sauce. So maybe I can make it and get it seasoned up enough where they won't even notice that there's extra veggies in there. I know when the boys were little, I would add like carrots and stuff to our spaghetti sauce. That was something that blended in really well and they didn't even know it was there. Carrots don't really have a taste, so they blended right in. I used to do what I would call Hulk pancakes, where I would puree spinach and add it into my pancake batter, and it would make the pancakes green. So that's why I started calling them Hulk pancakes, and Kai used to love that. He would get so excited over his Hulk pancakes. So I need to start doing stuff like that again, because it's a really great way to sneak some extra veggies into your kids' diet without them even knowing. I'm really hoping that when our garden starts to produce some veggies, that they'll be more willing to try some things, because it's something that they grew. They helped me water it every day, and they'll be able to help me harvest it. So I'm kind of hoping that will entice them to try more veggies. But I was just showing you a glimpse of what my day was looking like, because this is a Monday. So I was also homeschooling my kids. Kane was watching a lesson on YouTube, and I'm about to get started on my floors. Like I said, I didn't do all of my floors today, because that's a lot of hard floor to have to mop, and it kills my back. So I'm just going to do my living room, my dining room, and my kitchen. By the way, I did just share our homeschool day on Tuesday of this week. So if you guys missed that, it's the last video I posted before this one. But I just took you kind of through our day and what it looks like as a homeschool family. I'm also a work from home mom. YouTube is my full-time job. I'm always getting questions about our homeschool and, you know, what our routine and stuff looks like. So I did post that video on Tuesday if you guys want to check that out. I also kind of talk about my homeschool style and what led to that style. We used to be the kind of family that would sit around the table, and we had like the public school schedule and structure, but we're definitely more laid back, and I've learned to homeschool while I get some other things done as well around my house. So I'm going to finish up these floors, and then we're going to head out to the clothesline, bring the laundry inside. Those clothes smell so good coming off that line. There's just something about the line drying that just makes your clothes smell so good and fresh. And here in a second, I will share with y'all, I know I've showed this before, but I'm going to share it again, how I make my sweet tea. I've had some questions on that recently, and we needed some more sweet tea, so I decided just to go ahead and film it, and I'll share it again with y'all. So let's go ahead and make some sweet tea. So the first thing I do, sometimes I do this on the stove, sometimes I do it in the microwave. I've been doing it a lot in the microwave lately, but I have this big glass measuring bowl. I'm gonna fill that up about halfway with some water. And these are the tea bags that I use. It's the Iced Tea Great Value brand tea bags. If you do this in the microwave, you want to make sure they do not have the little metal staples on them. I think one of you guys commented a while back and said that you'd done that by mistake once, and yeah, just make sure they don't have the little metal staples. Just put 3 of those tea bags into the water. I let the little tags hang out on the side of the bowl. I'm gonna pop that in the microwave for 6 minutes, and then once the microwave goes off, I'll let it sit there for another 5 or 10 minutes and just steep. In the meantime, I'm gonna wash up our pitcher, and I also needed to refill our sugar canister. But once I'm ready to mix up my sweet tea, I'm just gonna put in 1.5 cups of granulated sugar into my pitcher. I'm gonna pour that hot tea right over the sugar so that it can dissolve. And then I'm gonna fill my glass pitcher up again, pour that in just to get all that tea flavor. and then just fill my pitcher up the rest of the way with some water. But just give it a stir, and that is how I make my sweet tea. Did also get me some more dish detergent. I just got the great value of the Blue Dawn, and I'm gonna fill my little pump bottle up with that. And that is gonna be all for today's video. I'm gonna refill my little wall plugs. I have 3 of those in my house. I don't leave them plugged in if there's no scent in them. As soon as they run out, I unplug them. So I've had them sitting on my kitchen island until I can refill. But the scent that I got this time is berries, wild berries and cheesecake. So I've got 3 of those, and I like to keep one in my dining room. I have one in my living room, and then I put one in my bathroom. But that is going to be all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy. Remember to leave a butterfly emoji down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.